Good evening, campers, dreamers, and babysitters. And yes, we are here pulling a little bit of a late night shift. Yes, it's very late over here, is all I will say. We were not expecting to do this tonight. But yes, we are some lucky ducks. And I have to first, right off the bat, thank the folks over behind the film here, Screamboat, especially the director, Mr. Stephen Lamort. Those of you who've been on the channel for a while know that he was actually one of our, if not our very first interview on the channel, I believe. Am I wrong about that,
I
Luke?
think he was. I think it, kind of showed up out of nowhere. It was rather exciting. He's a great guy. So
Yeah, super nice dude, super great guy. We've definitely kept in touch. He's been kind of had this thing under wraps for a while, and it's exciting to finally be able to see a piece of it. With that said, though, we did in fact see and review his film, The Mean One. And just so you guys know, we are not bought and paid for critics, at least not yet. We're still waiting for some of these Disney checks to show up.
we're
We
waiting.
we were not big fans of The Mean One. No, it just missed the mark for us. I still support it. I bought the Steelbook. Luke and I actually both bought the Steelbook just because, again, supporting a local filmmaker, a friend of ours, and just one of those things where I feel like every time I get a hankering to watch that movie, I always expect that I'm going to like it a little bit more than I actually end up doing. So, it's just one of those kind of love-hate relationships with said film.
Yeah, it was. The Mean One was. I think it hurt a little more just because I think we were so excited for it. We were so positive on that trailer reaction, and then, we just got something different, which for us didn't hit. We understand what Steven was going for after the fact, but it's just one of those films that conceptually I enjoy it. Just execution, not necessarily there, but we support Steven nonetheless, just because you can kind of see the creativity behind it, his intent and what he wants to do with these properties. And that's what really got me excited for Screamboat, knowing, we talked to him a little bit. He had some ideas and some intriguing things, and you can really see that creativity stand out in the projects that he does do.
Absolutely. And then obviously we had the first reveal just a couple of months ago with the first look at Steamboat Willie, which went over kind of middle ground. A lot of people saying, "Oh, I don't know about this one, man," with him and that harpoon, I guess it looks like. And I have to admit, I was definitely a little put off by that. That was not the image or I guess the first impression I was anticipating. But then they started doing these screenings and they started showing off the costume, and we actually got to see really good practical looks at it. And I got to say, I was a little bit more excited there. And now that we've seen the trailer, I can say that I think this looks like it's going to be a blast. I mean, we've seen all of the Mickey Mouse horror movies up to this point. That's something we have not missed out on. None of them have lived up to anything worth watching or worth even revisiting. But this really feels like it's going to be harkening back to a lot of like these kind of more zanier, more out there kind of puppet mastery. Leprechaun was something that we had heard thrown around by people who'd seen it. Style of films. This looks like it's going to be very practical effects heavy, and overall a bloody good time.
Certainly. I know we had a discussion when the a little teaser photo had come out. I think I was one of the few people that did not have an issue with what it had looked like initially. It kind of, seeing that initial picture, and then as we got a better look at the practicals from the conventions and things as it was showing, was really excited for it just because of that design. I thought kind of has that demented creativity behind it that looks like, okay, we're taking something so iconic, but we're putting that kind of sicker twist on it. I thought they were right on the money with it. And then finally, with this little teaser trailer, my gosh, I'll tell you, this is exactly what I want from this film. It seems like it's hitting on everything that I was expecting. I just love the look. I love the zaniness of the acting. This is like, my head went to Critters when I had seen this, just
Yeah.
because I feel like we're going to get something like that that's going to be fun at times, but also very scary at times, you know, with that gory aspect to it. Even you mentioning Leprechaun, like, especially with that first Leprechaun where it has those moments
Mm.
of, you know, jokiness, but then when they get really into the darker stuff, they really go full force with it. And I really think that's what we're going to get here with Screamboat.
Yeah, what really sold me in this trailer was, for one, the practical blood. Hopefully, it's more than what we're seeing in the trailer, but like that was something that I really just can never seem to get behind with the mean one. It always pulls me out when we get all this CGI blood. But I know when we spoke with Steven, like last summer when he was prepping this film, it was one of those things where he had said like they're doing all kinds of new stuff, new technology. He's putting like I think the most money he's ever put into a project into this, and you can really see that translate on screen. Like everything does look like it's a bit of a step up from where we were at the mean one. And even with that, the costume, the brief glimpses we get, it looks really good on screen. I love the way that they're lighting it, and I gotta say, David Howard Thornton's little laugh at the end there, actually being able to hear it, I am so excited to see what he brings to that. Because yes, if we could have, like you said, a Critters tone, a Leprechaun tone to this, where it does kind of have that goofiness, that silliness, but then it can get really like gory and intense at times, this could really be a blast of a film. And I gotta say, I'm more positive now on Scream Mode than I think I have been, this entire lead up to the marketing. You know, there's always going to be that little bit of trepidation, even though we love Steven, we love the team behind this. You know, we got to be honest, there are little things where it's like, are they going to deliver on this concept? And so far, I feel really good about this one. And the little reactions we have gotten from these fan screenings, they seem to be like it's a really bloody blast of a film.
Yes, and really that's what we're looking for here, you know, just it's supposed to be something that is a really good time, something you can chuckle at, something that you're excited to invite friends over, throw it on, and just have a really good time with. And from this trailer, I'm getting those vibes with this. So I'm really excited for this one. It does have those dark elements that we've seen and in that little trailer. I think they're, you know, going to really expand upon that type of stuff. I'm excited for David Howard Thornton's performance in this to really kind of get that range from him. We're so used to seeing him in Terrifier, and, you know, Arthur Clown doesn't speak, so I'm really excited to see what he's going to do with Screamboat, if he's going to have moments of dialogue, really what that's going to look like. I think they're really hitting the mark on this one. They know what the film's going to be. This does seem like a giant leap in quality from the mean one to Screamboat here in terms of what we're looking for. So I'm really excited to see what Steven and the team's going to bring to this. You know, there's always going to be that criticism with, you know, you look at Blood and Honey or now Screamboat, where people are going to say, why are they doing this? But I think this is just going to be an all out fun time. Honestly, I do think we had great time with Neverland Nightmares. That was way
Mhm.
darker than what we expected. I think this one is going to hit that funness that I was expecting. You know, we kind of talked about it in The Monkey, where we wanted something really fun with that film and kind of lost its way. I feel like Screamboat really can really satisfy us in that aspect. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do here, because there's so much potential behind this to really do that dark twist and really take it full force.
Yeah, I mean, as far as all of these properties go, this is one that I have, again, been a little cautious with. I've been excited, but at the same time, you know, I've also been trying to keep myself as grounded as possible because, again, I got really, really excited for the mean one and it just never hit for me. But this one, I cannot help it. I really am excited to see this because, again, the forced perspective angle of having David Howard Thornton just be like literally like how they would do some of these like little characters from all these older 90s and early
I'm
2000s
so
films.
excited to see the approach here. Like, we got that
A-
little glimpse of it. I cannot wait to see this thing in action on screen.
and it's like I love stuff like that because if they hit it right, like yes, it's gonna look like a dated effect, but if they hit the tone right and everything, it's going to be perfect. It's going to have this kind of otherworldly approach to it that you would expect from a Mickey Mouse horror film. And, you know, honestly, out of all of these projects, this is the one that I have been putting a lot of my money behind. I've been saying, yes, this is the one. If I had to take bets, if I had to, you know, spin the chamber on any of these, Screamboat is the one I've been gunning for. And I gotta say, this trailer made me really, really happy and really excited. And we don't have to wait that long, only about 2 months. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get just a little bit more. Maybe one more trailer just to see a little bit of a better look. But hey, if not, I'm sold as is. We're going to be following up with this. Hopefully, we can get Steven back on the show, talk to him about this. I'm sure he'd love to talk to us about all the stuff they went through to make this. And then, yeah, if we can get an earlier review to you, we'll let you guys know what we think. But yeah, that's I guess gonna wrap it up here for me. Luke, you got any last closing thoughts?
Just really echoing you. I'm so excited for this one. You know, we've sat through what, 2 Mickey Mouse kind
Yes.
of properties thus far, both pretty big misses. So, you know, Screamboat looks like it's got a lot of potential. We thought even before seeing anything visually here that the idea sounded like it had the most potential to really actually take it where we want to see this go. So, you know, this trailer hit every point I'm expecting for this, that forced perspective. I think that kind of gives you the tone that they're looking for and what they want to execute. And for me, my gosh, I'm pushing all my chips to the center of the table. I'm all in on this one. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, hey, haters are gonna hate. We're gonna get people who say you guys are crazy for even supporting this, but I
It's
mean,
supposed to be a fun time.
exactly. You know, we got a lot of shit on our monkey review,
Yes.
actually. So people saying, hey, have some fun at the theater. We're gonna have some fun at the theater, hopefully, with Screamboat. So yeah, no, it's definitely definitely all positives here. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody's gonna be saying tomorrow when this drops. So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of footage. I can't show you the trailer because I can't get an actual downloaded copy of it till tomorrow. But yeah, we just wanted to get a reaction out to you. So it's a little bit of a bare bones video, but we appreciate you for stopping by, talking with us anyway. And let us know down below. Are you looking forward to Screamboat? Or are you just going to be holding out for Bambi or Pinocchio? And maybe you won't be visiting the old mouse on the boat there. I don't know, guys. It's super late. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. It's like I was ready to go to bed and this happened. So, alrighty. Other than that, that's going to wrap us up here. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button to boost us up in the algorithm. And until next time, I'm Dylan Newell.
And I'm Luke Janesco.
And remember, stay scared.
Do the hard shit, gonna do it live. Cause Splattercast kick it every day they live. Splattercast, gonna smash your ass. 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 Splattercast, gonna smash your ass.